Well, we have one more final to decide. And this is the final couple of races of this year's World Championship. The Keirin then, the women's Keirin. And we have the ride-off for the 7th to 12th places. Five riders, sorry, about to take to the track there. The repairs are going on. A few gouges. You have to work really quick. They fill it and then they put a bit of tape over it as well. So this is a lineup of the 7th to 11th places. Carly McCulloch of Australia lines up against Helena Casas, Sandy Clare, Olivia Montalban and Ekaterina Nedenko. 5 riders, remember, because Stephanie Morton did not take the start of the previous round after crashing. Eight laps of the track. Derny peels off with 2.5 laps to go, and then it's a big fight for the finish. The riders getting ready then for their final ride of this year's World Championships. The Derny comes round the track. And the riders are now underway. So it's Carly McCulloch of Australia at the back, Casas of Spain in the red, yellow and black colours. Sandy Clare wearing number 159 from France, her teammate. Olivia Montalban wearing number 161. And the rider on the back wheel of the Derny right now in red, white and blue is the Russian rider, Ekaterina Nedenko. Sandy Clare is the rider in second place here. Concentration on all these riders. This decides who finishes in 7th place. All important for future World Cups, future World Championships, to score a place in the top 10. Nedenko at the front, followed by Sandy Clare, followed by Casas. Olivia Montalban ahead of Carly McCulloch. Five laps to go. You'll start to notice the tactics here as the riders line up behind each other, and sometimes you'll notice a rider start to leave a gap in front of them because they decide that they want one more rider to jump in the gap and give them a little bit of an acceleration. But they'll always stay right in the slipstream, and right on cue you can see Olivia Montalban is looking around at Carly McCulloch, leaving a little bit of a gap. She wants someone to go round the outside so that she can let them have a run at the next rider. So is Sandy Clare. She's doing exactly the same thing. They're letting Ekaterina Nedenko go to the front. So Nedenko takes a little bit of an advantage. 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go now. The Derni's peeled off. And Nedenko has the advantage with Sandy Clare. Followed by Casas, followed by Montauban, followed by Carly McCulloch. They're still all in the same order. Sandy Clare goes round the outside now, overtaking Nedenko. Casas goes the long way round. Nedenko on the inside. A little bit of wobbling going on as Sandy Clare hits the front for France. And looks like it's going to be Sandy Clare who's going to take this one. She hits the line. Nedenko in second, 61 kilometers an hour. And it was a photograph for the next placings between Casas and Olivia Montauban. But well done to Sandy Clare, silver medalist in the 500-meter time trial in 2011 in the World Championships. And she used her speed to very good effect. The judges may be looking at what went on in that sprint. There was a little bit of moving around going on, but actually they have said it's okay. So Sandy Clare wins ahead of Nedenko. Casas in 9th place, Montauban in 10th, Carly McCulloch in 11th place. And so we move on to the final ride of these World Championships here in Minsk in Belarus. 6 riders about to take to the track to decide the final gold medal of this year's competition. And we have 6 sparkling riders ready to take to the boards. Fierce competitors. 3 of these riders already have figured in gold medal rides. Rebecca James of Great Britain with a gold medal and 2 bronze. Christina Vogel of Germany, already taken the World Team Sprint title and a silver medal in the sprint here during these games. White Sea Lee of Hong Kong, China, who of course won that magnificent 500-meter time trial and took a bronze in the sprint as well. Jinjie Gong of China has already taken a silver here in the World Championships, so it's a really strong lineup. Here we are. For China, Jinjie Gong. For Colombia, Juliana Gaviria. Cuba represented by Lisandra GUERRA. Great Britain represented by Rebecca James. Christina Vogel of Germany. White Sea Lee of Hong Kong, China. Well, this rider could be about to make a bit of British history. In fact, she could be about to add herself to one little bit of history as well, and that is there's only one rider who's won medals in 4 events in a World Championship as a woman, and that is the great Anna Meares. No British woman has ever won 4 medals in a World Championship on the track. And I think I'm right in saying that no British rider at all has ever won 4 medals in a World Championship. And Rebecca James, before this competition, had ridden really well in the Commonwealth Games in Delhi, had been ill, had had her appendix removed, has fought her way back to fitness, and suddenly is winning medal after medal. 2 bronze, 1 gold. That's her haul so far. Christina Vogel, a gold and a silver. White Sea Lee, a silver, a gold, sorry, and a bronze. The Colombian rider, I thought the Colombian rider went a bit quick. She jumped the start. Bit of nerves there. Gaviria was, she pulled away from the starting hold. Watch this on the inside. The Derni's coming up. There's no real need for it. You have 6 laps to get on the back of the bike. but her starter pushed her before it was allowed. So totally the fault of the person holding her up. And that is, you know, in terms of a rider being focused, it's all very well them pulling away from the start, but for their pusher to actually push them in the action too early just adds undue stress to riders who are already pretty nervous. Christina Vogel looks the most focused I've ever seen her. This time they get safely away. 8 laps of the track to decide the world champion of the individual Keirin. 6 riders lined up. Rebecca James immediately moves onto the wheel of the Durney bike, which starts off at 25 kilometers an hour. Now, Becky James will not want to be involved in any bumping and barging. She will try and use her track speed to good effect. Christina Vogel will be happy to go with an explosive jump. Jinjie Gong, we don't really see her going for gold medals like this. She's normally in the team sprint kind of competition. White Sea Lee will be happy to wind things up from a long, long way out and try and use her speed. Lisandra GUERRA will be quite happy to lean on everyone and use her sprinting prowess, and GUERRA really is the unknown quantity from Colombia. 6 laps to go. You can feel the tension in this velodrome right now. It's the final championship gold medal. It's a good one to finish with. The Durney going around the track. Who's going to win it? Christina Vogel right on the wheel of the rider who beat her to the gold medal yesterday. She knows that is the rider to beat. And I think if Christina Vogel wins this gold medal, you're going to see an ecstatic rider, because she was so disappointed yesterday. She was still disappointed this morning. 4 laps to go. I spoke to Becky James this morning. She can't believe she's a world champion. Could she do the unthinkable and win 2? Will someone surprise here? GUERRA could surprise. We don't really know too much about her Keirin prowess, but she looks good. Now the Durney peels off. This is the moment as they go now to line each other up for the sprint. Rebecca James wants to go from a long way out. She's waited for GUERRA. GUERRA last time went to the front and led out all the way. There's a bit of bumping going on. GUERRA's going to come down on everybody here. And Rebecca James holding a line on the inside. Oh, they're shoulder to shoulder as they go for the line. Lisandra GUERRA is trying to lean on Rebecca James of Great Britain, who is powering her way down the outside. Vogel's on the inside of the track. There's going to be a massive crash for Vogel, and it's GUERRA who did it. Rebecca James wins the gold medal for Great Britain. That's 2 world titles for Rebecca James. 2 world titles in 2 days. A bronze medal. Vogel hit the deck. Her and Miriam Belter both crashed today. It was Lisandra GUERRA who came down with a shoulder, I think, on Vogel, but Rebecca James is a double world champion here in the Minsk Velodrome. What an impressive performance from the young rider from Wales. Well, Great Britain has seen Victoria Pendleton retire. Here's the sprint. James leads out. No one can come round her. It's sheer power. GUERRA is up there, but I don't know if GUERRA will be allowed to keep that medal. Jinjie Gong, I think, was in 2nd place, but Rebecca James is a double world champion. Ian Dyer clapping his hands. Here's the crash. Rebecca James going for it. Vogel ended up being pushed down onto the Côte d'Azur. She just couldn't hold it. She had nowhere to go. She almost took Jinjie Gong out. but you have to wonder why she was shoved down there in the first place. She's going to be really sore. Rebecca James is now going round the track. She can't believe it. That's what happens when a rider gets herself on tip-top form. She's been pretty much unbeatable. 2 golds, 2 bronze, and history is made. Only one other rider has won 4 medals in a World Championship, and that is Anna Mears. She said, I can't believe it. She's still gasping for air. Christina Vogel, you really have to feel for this rider. She's such a competitor. The crash happened way back, and the reason was that she was forced down the track onto the blue. But Rebecca James with the Union flag, she can't even lift it. She can't believe it. She's just shaking her head. She's going to go up here, see her parents. Christina Vogel is having a discussion. What are 2 days for Rebecca James? Well, Great Britain saw Victoria Pendleton retire at the Olympic Games, and they were wondering who is going to take the seat, the throne of the rider known in Great Britain as Queen Victoria. Well, a new princess has arrived, and here she is, Rebecca James. She's just shaking her head, and she is saying to Ian Dyer, she said to me earlier on today, I keep saying I'm a world champion, and I think I'm just saying it. I don't really believe it came true. Here's the crash. Vogel ended up down on the bottom of the track because she just had nowhere to go. And once you're there and you are at that speed, the bike will just kick up, and that's what happened. We really want to see what happened earlier than that, because she was shoved right down onto the blue on the inside. GUERRA comes through. Here it is. So Vogel is sprinting. And we're not going to see it. So there's Rebecca James sitting up, punching the air. Well, when you get a run of form, you've got to get your tactics right. And if you get your tactics right, then this happens. You win a world title. Rebecca James is in first place. She will be crowned World Keirin champion. Jinjie Gong will take the silver, and Lisandra GUERRA is there in third place.